Hi, Pete Moore, Mart TV. And this, sad to say, is not a real Glock 17. I wish it was. The Glock is an amazing pistol. It appeared in the UK in 1984. I shot the first one in 1984 and I was terrified of it because it was mainly made of half of it plastic. However, I learned to love it and I've owned a couple in my life, and this has become probably the most popular military and police pistol in the world, and also very popular with sports shooters. But this is a Glock licensed product of the Gen 4, which is the latest model. Major differences in this are sort of more cosmetic. Have a rail under the front for lights and lasers. The magazine catch is slightly enlarged, which is always quite pleasant. And the back straps, you get two spare back straps with these, so you can adjust it for your hand grip and width. It's a classic Glock blade-in-blade trigger. It's a safety system. You pull back and nothing's going to happen, but if you do that, depress the center first, boom, it fires. Every time the gun fires, it cycles because it's gas powered. Sights again are exactly the same as a Glock, only these are not adjustable. On the real guns, you could get replacement front blades, and this rear block actually went left and right. It does feel very good in my hands. The weirdest thing is that they've done with this piece of metal here, on the real pistol is merely a piece of metal cast in with a gun number on it, because you can't put the gun number on plastic. What they've done here, it's a simple safety catch system. You push back for safe, forward for fire. I'm not quite sure why they've done it, because the original Glock never had that, and it's too cumbersome to use if you're shooting in some sort of competition with it. It just takes too much fiddling about to make it work. But overall, it's very nice. It feels very light until you put the mag in, because the mag adds nearly a pound of weight to the gun, and you get a nice heavy feel in the hand. So I don't like these CO2 guns particularly, but I make the exception with this because it reminds me so much of some of my Glocks I owned. The gun is easy to strip as well. Little tip here first: if you want to strip it, cock it. If you look here, you'll see a very small serrated catch, and its brother is the other side. These two hold the slide down. I found on this gun, it may be just this gun, I don't know if it's the model, but these are very hard to pull down. So what you do, you pull down on that, the slide comes away, this leaves you the polymer grip frame. Now with the slide off, you take out the recoil spring, and you have a two-piece barrel assembly. That's an outer shroud. It's just the look of the thing. As you can see, it's just made of zinc. This is the typical smoothbore brass barrel we see on nearly all CO2 powered BB type guns. Reassembly is easy. This slides in there like so. You work this in, push it back so it's there. Return spring goes in fat end first with the smaller end that locks in front like that, so it's all there. Then you just very simply and neatly, and that's it, you're done. Okay, what we'll do now, we'll look how the magazine is loaded. To load up the BBs, which I have a small selection here, go in this front, the magazine's in front. So what you do, watch my nails, you pull this follower down, and as you can see it locks into a little cutout, and then you just get the BBs and drop them in. I think you see them going in there. The magazine takes 18, which is quite nice. And then again, the real Glock, the first Glock 17, would hold a capacity of 17 rounds of 9mm, which is very impressive for a modern 9mm. Right, that's the BBs loaded. These are steel BBs, and I would tell you now that they ricochet like billy-o, you wouldn't believe it, even on wood and things. So what I would recommend is a pair of safety glasses. I'm not trying to be stupid, but you get one of these whacked in your face, you really don't want to know about it. So Allen key comes supplied with the gun. You pop out that 12 grams CO2, drops in nose first, put the back plate on, this can be a little bit fiddly, and then you just screw that in until it locks, and that's the magazine charged and loaded. Just put it all together and see how it shoots. CO2 is a very strange substance. Depending on the temperature, it can go from a gas to a solid, and it's a very cold day in the range. It's probably 11:30 now, and we've still got frost in the trees, and it's really quite cold. So I've been shooting this earlier on. It was gassing up a bit, so you'll have to bear with me. But it's something to think out. So basically, it loads and handles just like the real thing. Magazine goes in like that. Pull back, release, and it's just a matter of shooting it. It's gassing up again. Again, this is the cold weather doing this. But you get the idea. The gun cycles nicely. I've shot this before, I've tested it before in better weather, and I'm getting about 40 shots per 12 gram charge. Axis wise, probably about 2 inches at about sort of, I don't know, 5-6 yards out. The sights being completely fixed and non-adjustable are a bit of a pain because it does shoot quite low. But I just like the way it feels and handles. It's really rather nice. That's not against it, it's just one of these things. We shouldn't really be firing the range today, but basically we're here and that's all we can do. But they're about 180, 190 pounds. Spare mags around about 40. I've got the spec at the end. So they are, that is it. Glock 17 Gen 4. For an old handgun like me who hates anything that's not a real handgun, I'm a little bit impressed with this. It scratches an itch I can no longer scratch, but they're being all gun shops. They're imported by John Rosary Wholesale, and I think if you want a fun gun, which is these certainly are, then well worth a look. Pete Moore signing off.